Weather in Norway, it's relatively cold. I was always in the south of Norway, so it didn't get like as bad as some of the missionaries in the north. I went on splits to the north, and like they would knock doors and like -20, -30 degree weather, and I just felt miserable for them that they had to do that all the time. But you bundle up, and it's really not that bad. But in the summer, it's really nice. You don't get too hot as a missionary. I mean, you have to wear your shirt and tie every day, and it's not like you're sweating completely, just drenched in sweat, because it only gets about probably 80 degrees at the highest. It rains pretty much every day in the summer, which is nice. It'll cool down, so it never gets like way hot. It'll just rain for like 10 minutes at a time. One of the coolest things about Norway is in the summer, as a missionary, you never see it get dark. It'll be, when you go to bed at night, it still looks like it's about 5 o'clock in the evening, and when you wake up in the morning, it looks like it's noon, because the sun just kind of goes all the way around you because it's so far north. But the bad part is in the winter, it's the exact opposite, where sometimes you only get 3-4 hours of sunlight, where you at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it's dark and you are thinking it's 9 or 10 at night, but you have another 6 hours before you go home. But the weather is nice. The summers are awesome there. It's so pretty and nice, and there's wild berries that grow just everywhere that are good to eat, and the water's all super clean that you can drink anywhere, so you don't have to worry about that like some of the other missions I've heard of. The berries you can just pick up right off the side of the road and eat, and they're good. They're just fine. Strawberries, blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, they're just everywhere over there. I've heard of the snow being so high, like higher than the cars on the side of the roads up further north. I never got to actually see that. And in the north, the missionaries love the northern lights. You get to see like every night up there. I never got to see them because I never served more than like a day up further north. But like they say, every night basically it's just greens and pinks and everything just moving across the sky, and you're just like walking around in it, and it's amazing. But as for extreme weather, I got caught in some rainstorms and everything like that, where I would get home from being out and I would just be completely wet. My clothes wouldn't dry for a couple days. The one thing I was really grateful that I brought to Norway were waterproof shoes. It rains and it's wet, and so you need them every day. Basically every day you're going to hit rain at some point, so having shoes that don't get sopping wet. I bought a pair when I was there that weren't waterproof, and it was after my pair that I brought from home had worn down, and I had to just immediately go buy another pair because they weren't waterproof, and every day I was just sopping wet, and you're just out there too long to not need waterproof shoes. So spend the extra amount to get the Gore-Tex or whatever you can to make sure you have nice shoes.